12-15.
Watch out for that classic-looking two-fisted backhand up the line from Safin. Already put into play that first point.
15-all.
Speaking of classic, is that service motion to Federer. Very smooth. Doesn't put a lot of wear and tear on the body.
13-15.
Gives you an idea how much ground Safin can cover. He's got the long reach. He's also very quick. Almost 6 feet 5 inches tall. That is going to be intimidating to most opponents.
Okay, Federer.
So a quiet start. Federer holding to 30 in the opening game.
It's a good play because when you're tight, your feet aren't moving as quickly or as well. So Federer went right at him into the body. Got the first game.
He's a hard man to break, Federer. He wasn't broken in the semi or final at Wimbledon. He was broken in the opening game against Leighton Hewitt. Wasn't broken by Ferrero. Now Bandian managed it, but not easy to do. Safin had a record number of aces against Agassi, over 30 for the first time in his career.
Well, he picked the right guy to do it against, because Andre, to me, is the greatest returner I've ever seen play this game. That's what you want to do against a big man, is force him to hit up with this half volley. See Safin looking to move in, but he's in trouble there. Federer's got too many options from that position in the court. Murat's also got a great motion on the serve. Particularly that first serve, very effective. Lots of power. It's probably the 13th time he's tied his shoelaces this morning. This 2 o'clock start, just trying to get things right, getting the flow here. Doesn't appear to be any wind, no sun right now. So for the players, it's particularly nice conditions to play under as they start this final.
Okay, Safin. One game.
The test for Federer today is, can he play as he did against Nalbandian and Leighton Hewitt, who are smaller, softer hitters than Safin, where he could impose himself on them. If Safin plays at his best, will he be able to do that?
Rifling forehands at each other there.
15.
Federer's depth hurting Safin. He's got him where he wants him now. He saw in that point how dangerous Roger is off the ground. There's so much variety. The only problem Roger has, Bruce, is figuring out which shot to use. He's got so many options. And that's a big thing that's for Safin in this match. Take advantage of Federer's second serve. Attack it. Take control of the point.
Lower odds option going into the forehand of Safin as an approach shot. And pressing out of respect for the return of serve
exactly
of
right.
Marat Safin. 2 break points.
Game.
Well, it could be a long match, but Safin has struck the first blow.
It was interesting when Safin took that second ball and rocketed back at him. There was no options for Federer.
Power trumps everything. You can do it consistently. Safin certainly got that. Didn't expect that to come back and wasn't ready to hit it.
Not 15.
It's the hardest serve he had hit in the match at 208 kilometers. Met well by Federer.
And as against Andre Agassi, it's the backhand down the line, powerful and accurate. So often caught the great American lingering in the backhand corner. It's only temporary, but Roger Federer does look a little shaken up. Just momentarily lost his poise and that calm that he's exhibited all through this event.
Well, you mentioned the two guys he played in the 16s and the quarters, Nalbandian and Hewitt, as well as Ferrero. They're not as tall as this guy. That comfort zone for Murat is up higher on that backhand, so Federer's not going to hurt him the way he hurt those other three guys. He's got an excellent backhand. Really tremendous shot.
It is a fascinating matchup, isn't it? You've got Federer with slightly more talent, but you've got Safin, who's also equally complete in many ways, just a little bit bigger and stronger.
Two loose forehands from Murat had given Roger a chance to break right back. With the backhand like his, I don't see why he ever runs around it. The extra hustle from Safin to make sure he got that volley up above the net. Put it away easily.
Well, it was one of the parts of his game that was so much value against Andy Roddick. Not actually approaching the net always behind an approach shot, but looking and seeing when the lofted ball was coming and making that quick move to the net.
Advantage Federer. Game Federer.
Gets the break immediately back.
Well, I guess you could argue they both got the bad game out of their system here. Surprised that they've already been broken. Now at 2-all. I would think when he lifts his leg like he did there, and so many other players do that, you'd lose some of your balance. I'm not sure why these players keep trying that shot. Such a big moment for these two players. You can see they're still tense out there, trying to calm their nerves.
Strong serve there by Federer. He holds. It's 3-2. Martina Hingis, herself a 3-time singles winner here, 6 times finalist, and Stefan, her boyfriend, the St. Moritz ski instructor, who's been had here with Martina throughout the tournament. Martina has to leave at the end, I think, of about the first set to get home, but she's been in Rogers' camp all the way. Was with him yesterday for a while, talked about his nerves yesterday, but they're both
What a
been
time to
nervous.
leave.
Yeah.
First set of the final.
She was used to doing it, John, with a big trophy under her arm for many years.
That's true. 3 in a row.
Love 50.
She just wanted to remain neutral.
It's the Swiss in her, John. I told you, Mac, you'll get used to him.
Safin's level of play really slipped since he got that break.
Safin was successful against Agassi and Roddick in long points. He had, particularly with Agassi, he did very well off the deck when they rallied for long amount of time.
Shouldn't underestimate how fit Federer is, how much stronger he's gotten over the course of his career. He had that backhand lined up, caught just a little bit late. He's able to take that kick serve of Safin pretty well, because that's got some bite to it and goes up pretty high. That's normally very tough for a one-handed player. It won't be long before Safin starts mumbling to himself if this continues. He needs some free points off that serve right now. Get back on track. Unexpected gift, a free point on the second serve. Well played by Federer. He's naturally quick. He covered a lot of court here. Still, Safin should have expected this ball to come back. He looked a little surprised, and it cost him the point. He's down break point.
Juice.
Looked like a fly got in Federer's face right as he was about to hit it. It used to be more of a problem at Kooyong. Thankfully, not one here.
Advantage Federer.
Under pressure here. Second break point for Federer. It's got him again.
Game, Federer. Federer leads 4-6.
And that was Federer prepared to hit another shot, because that was a tough volley Safin hit. He hit it well. Federer made that pass look easy. It's 2 breaks in a row now to 4-2. He's got incredible racket speed, particularly on that forehand side. He shocked Safin at how fast that ball came back. Some wicked spin as well.
Love 50.
That sounded like that racket cracked. Might have to break out a new bat on the change of ends. If he changes his racket now, he could risk getting a warning. Oh, looks like it's okay.
But he's going for the change of racket. Too late for Mike Morrissey to give him.
15-30.
Saves the fine money.
Yes. True premier in his mind at the moment, playing for $1.2 million.
So how does it work?
Well, if you break your racket through anger, then you've automatically got a warning. But if you play on, well, then it's too late to give the warning after the next point.
Clever. And he's got 15-30 with a little chance.
And a new racket.
And 2 break points.
And again, Roger caught off guard when the first ball came back deep to his feet on the baseline, forced a half volley.
The worst thing you want to do after breaking serve is tossing in a double fault. He's not set a good tone there. He's gotten himself in trouble in this game. Federer did well to win that point. Another excellent return from Safin.
What a strange first set. We're back on serve. It's 4-3. Both players have had the advantage of having the break in the first set and then suffering the disappointment of giving it up. It's 3-4, Safin serving. New balls.
15.
Well, he picked a good time to break back there with those balls at their heaviest. That should help the returner, which it did in Safin's case. And now he gets to step up to the line with some lighter balls, fresh out of the can.
30.
Roger having a bit of trouble when that ball's getting above shoulder height, trying to slice that one down. Times he's taken the risk, come in an extra step and try to come over the ball. And this time it's Safin varying his serve. That one at 206. The first serve on the first point at 163, a swinger.
Let's first.
'Safin's team there, coach, mum and girlfriend together.
4 games all.
So back to some normality with an easy service game. We thought we'd see plenty of those in the match, and we still might, but it's 4-all now in this opening set.
Confidence building game, that one from Marat at love. You just wonder whether Marat got halfway through that shot, trying to play it down the line, and got a little fearful of the Federer forehand.
You take a full swing a la half volley at net from the baseline like Federer does there, even at his level of talent. It becomes a somewhat risky play. He must time that shot well. He caught it too early and missed it badly wide.
Marat just wanting a bit of practice. He's making an unusually high number of unforced errors.
The thing that's so tough with Federer is when he swings, you can't tell if it's flat initially. So in comes Safin. It's a good deep approach shot, but that ball again brought down by that heavy topspin.
So a couple of strong service games, and it's 5-4. So over half an hour, we've had 4 service breaks as this first set begins to draw to its conclusion. Hard to pick a winner, isn't it? It's 4-5 Safin.
That's the better play, although he has been stung also going to the Federer backhand. It's a good combination. Moving in right on top of the net, putting the point beyond question.
Some point there.
Truly extraordinary tennis.
Now that half volley is about as good as you can hit one. It was flat and went just inside the line. And still, Federer had enough to pull it off.
Well, Federer's half volley in turn seemed to just nip the top of the net. Somehow Safin picked that off. There was 4 shots in a row that was just unbelievable.
First point in this match has sort of taken your breath away, hasn't it? It really was breathtaking stuff.
Absolutely.
Danger time here.
Roger really has played a very intelligent match. Virtually every passing shot off the backhand to this point in time has been across court. And now on one of the most critical points, he doesn't give it away, but threads it up the line very accurately.
Actually try to hit that return short, daring Safin to come in, forcing him to go to the one hand. He doesn't have an ability to put a whole lot on it. That was just overpowering there. Federer working hard to get himself a couple set points. Just credit Safin for superb power tennis.
Stepped up the pace and the depth, took the risk. And Roger insisting on trying the half volley off the baseline. Didn't have much time to move back.
I'm not sure he had a whole lot of choice in that instance.
Again, Safin stepping up the pace, penetrating with balls hard and deep without much topspin.
Well, he's really come to life here in this game. His last 2 points have shown what he is truly capable of.
And what he must do if he's going to win.
Well, he was able to do it against Roddick and Agassi, so no reason to think he can't do it here.
Game, Safin.
Well, the intensity was up in that game, and probably the best hitting of the match so far. That's Alon, the bald-headed chap with the coach there. He's Merritt's agent, and Walt behind them is his conditioner, the Polish masseur who's helped him out. So 5-all now. Just feel as if both players raising the level of their games in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
15 love.
Again, I wonder why Murat, who hits that backhand so well, even bothers trying to run around it. Puts himself out of position, too. He seems like he can hit that type of return all night long. I should wait till next year because it's been announced that the finals next year will be played at 7:30, which says something about how our sport is doing. Prime time. Great if we could do that at the U.S. Open as well. The women have done that for a couple of years, not the men.
Seven Network and Tennis Australia announcing a new 5-year deal today, and the men's final will be 7:30 on Sunday night. So from 30 love to 30 all here, and 5 all. Big point. It's 6 games to 5 now. Overcast day in Melbourne, temperatures in the low 20s, but no sun on the court. Good for the players. So the best Safin can hope for now is to win this first set in the tie-break, because he's 5-6. Remember those two outstanding tie-breaks with Agassi on Thursday night. He's got to get there first.
That's one of the disadvantages that Marat Safin has. His second serve is so predictable, and Roger waiting till this stage in the match to go around and make the forehand.
Well, it makes more sense for Roger to try to run around some of those so he doesn't kick up too high in his backhand. Safin doesn't have that problem. He uses 2 hands, and I think he's got a better backhand than a forehand. I jinxed him there. In trouble here at love 30.
Love 30.
And you look at those returns, time again, they're a metre or 2 metres over the net. You'd have to think that if Marat would serve and volley on his second ball, he would get a lot of shoulder-high volleys, easy putaways. Three first serves being missed this game.
No wonder Federer at love 30 trying extra hard to pull that point out. Crowd appreciating his effort.
15.
Well, when this one comes back, it is a little bit disconcerting for Marat. Doesn't even get that one away cleanly. Got a few birds on the court, and a little insect. Oh, sure, it'll just stay there now.
Needs a first serve here, Safin, at 15:30. A couple of set points.
And that's the shot that's worked so well for him against Roddick, and especially against Andre Agassi. And you just wonder whether he's not a little fearful of, if he makes the shot, what will Federer do with it? 2 set points. Magnificent tennis by both players. Backhand down the line at full stretch from Safin and Federer. Magnificent touch off this forehand volley, just coming up a little shy.
Big-time effort from Safin. Federer was giving him a number of different looks. He's coming over that backhand, slicing the ball, skidding on him. He stayed with it. It was Federer eventually with the error. Again, that power saving him there. That won't work against a guy 6'5".
Federer guesses correctly again. It's his racket to the ball incredibly.
Safin making life difficult for himself here, missing all these first serves, but he's still got a chance to take it to the tiebreak. Well left.
Do you think that was left out of believing the ball was going long?
I think it was, actually. Pulled that racket back in the nick of time. A little protection, too. But mainly because he realized that the last inset was going to float long.
He fought hard there, Safin. Love 30 down and then 2 set points down to 15-40.
It's been typical of the way he's fought all event. Now the momentum going with Marat. He's due to get a few first serves in. He's just running at 49%, down from the high 50s earlier in the first set. He's winning a higher percentage of points on his second ball than first.
He rushed up to take that approach shot early, but hit it right back to Federer. Roger barely had a move here. Stepped in, backhand up the line for the winner.
Again, Federer anticipating the second kick serve towards his backhand, moves around. This critical stage, takes it on the forehand, produces the winner.
Mentally unnerving Safin that he's missing so many first serves right now. Seemed to affect him there on his concentration. Federer hit an excellent return. Yet you look up at the scoreboard and it's wide open, 2-all.
No one's won a point on their serve in this tiebreak. Remember, there were 4 breaks of serve in the opening set as well. But the percentage of first serves in for both players is very low right now.
So at this rate, the pressure right back on Safin.
You see it all there from Roger. I mean, it started with a return that was floating, bounced just inside the line. He followed that up with a short ball that Safin was forced to come in on.
Maybe that return was actually just long. And there's the return. In his Hawkeye's opinion, in fact, just long. So
Is that return or Safin's approach shot? Bottom line is it's 4-2 for Federer.
that was the approach shot that was just long, so by the smallest margin.
Which was called in. Thankfully, Federer hit the return anyway.
In fairness to the linesman, when it's that close, you've really got to go and look at the mark to tell whether it's just touched or just gone long.
He saved a couple of set points on serve in the 12th game. So again, he has to dig really deep here.
If he wins it from 6-3, then I think destiny is on his side. There's 5 set points he would save, at least. 3 more to go here.
Federer's got it. So he takes the first set in the tiebreak, 7 points to 3.
Mere 43% at that height, 6'5", no wind, no sun. He needs to get that up. And that's why he looked at himself there just in a bit of disgust. Like, why didn't I do this when I needed it in the tiebreak? He needs to be ready to come in on that short return. So once Federer decides he's going to slice it, there's not going to be a whole lot on it, so he can afford to move forward. He'd have time to regroup if it did bounce deeper in the court. Good time to work on that shot. Might as well go for it when you're down 40 love. Steps in, tries to take it early. That may pay off for him down the road.
Oh, good shot. Flashing backhand, speaking of good backhands, that came from Federer in the second point of the tiebreak. It was a critical moment in that first set.
Mistake was obviously that Safin hit it right back to him. He barely had a move. He changed gears in a hurry, took a step in, smacked it up the line for a winner.
And Safin had a bit of momentum at that stage. He'd won 5 consecutive points. He'd saved off a couple of break points in the 12th game and had won the first point of the tiebreak on the Federer serve. So just switched the momentum quickly back to Federer. Good timing for him.
Roger's so successful pulling that ball cross court that makes that inside out forehand even more difficult. Tough to read where he's hitting it. There, forcing Safin to guess. He's in trouble. Those mid-court shots, Roger's lethal.
Level of forehand winners has gone up 9-3 now in favor of Federer.
First time he's tried that. Shift gears, serve volley on the second serve. The way he serves, particularly the first one, I'd like to see him do it more often to keep his opponent guessing. At newly ranked number 1, he seems to know what he's doing. Safin assumes he's not going to come in again after losing that last point. Just rifles that return at his feet with pace and gets the error.
Roger constantly varying the serve, both on first and second ball. And Merritt just a little off balance, causing that mishit.
It's long, so Federer holds. It's 1-1 in the second set.
The music we can hear is coming from the Maya Music Hall. It's not within our control. Thanks very much.
So the music that the players may be able to hear in the fans coming from the Maya Music Bowl. Mike Morrissey just telling everybody. I guess get used to it. But pretty light compared with those fireworks.
Again, he went right back to Federer. It almost cost him the point. It was a great stretch volley that saved Murat there. Federer tricking Safin with his movement. It did look like he was going to scurry to the other side of the court. Stopped. Like Sampras, he's very underrated at how good an athlete he is, how quickly he covers the court, Federer. Works hard off the court. He's in excellent shape.
30-15.
This is a game where I think Safin has the edge. It's the last ball before some new ones come into play, and he's the stronger of the two, so ball's a little bit heavier, more dust, and worn down by the heavy hitting that you see. There's Safin mixing it up, J.A. You'll be happy to know. Surprising Roger, opening the court up. And that will certainly keep Federer off balance if he can do that more consistently.
Holds on. It's 2-1 in the second.
Safin leads 2-1.
Safin under a bit of pressure on serve, but now he has the chance to attack the Federer. Serve at 1-2 in the second.
Both players well under 50%, a mere 44 on serve, which is a surprise to me. Can't imagine that's not going to go up as this match progresses. You see Federer starting off this game, new balls and 2 aces. Total of 3 for the match.
Marrett coming back with that dipping backhand across court low, which is what Federer had done to Marrett on a number of occasions during the first set. As he's moving in from three-quarter court.
No explanation for that other than he choked, got tight. It was an easy ball for Federer. Safin just trying to hang in the point. And he just, that's a brick, is a word used to describe that. Safin had a real chance to take control of this game. Pulled that just a little bit wide.
So Federer holds, it's 2 games all. So Safin just the 1 ace. We saw Federer with 2 in that game. Safin over 30 against Agassi. He's had 8 service games so far, 1 ace.
I think both of them are suffering in first serve percentage because of the quality of returning. They're winning 68% of the time, each of them, when their first ball goes in, which isn't particularly high. Has been in the mid-50s from time to time.
He's got to get that toss up. It's way too low there for Safin. That's a lazy shot. Probably still thinking about the serve problems. Just lost his concentration there. And it's been a struggle for both these players. Not at the top of their games, but Federer with the edge, certainly, so far.
Here's an opening for Roger this time. Marett taken out of court. Cross-court backhand was open. And his anxiety just came through a bit too quick, caught the frame. Not happy. First double fault of the match for Marett.
It's a good time to slow down, get back to basics, make sure that toss is high enough, keep those eyes on the ball until it hits the strings, you know. Get some confidence back here. Here, Federer grunting away. It's amazing how quiet Safin is. But he's frustrated, taking that towel and giving it a good scream because things aren't going as planned so far.
So Federer forces the break. 3-2. Setting a break up. Safin looks a wee bit flat. He's played a lot of great matches here. Federer been taken to 4 sets just the twice. Hewitt and now Bandian. What a contrast in their semi-final wins. So Marett's got to try and find a way back into this quickly.
And he's frustrated now. His first serve percentage too low. His consistency not good enough. Momentum not on his side.
And his mind just contemplating possibly all the tennis that he's played over the last 2 weeks. Wild shot. It was very makeable. Roger had guessed down the line and guessed wrong. Marett just hit the ball so hard and flat it had no chance of going in if it cleared the net.
If you're going to take out your frustrations, take it out on your opponent there when you give him a good little whack right at him.
Game, Federer.
Marett really let go in that pass game.
Federer leads 4-2.
He's got to gather himself right away, or he will be down 2 sets to love.
He's got a great 5-set record, Safin, but that's something he's never been able to achieve, is to come from 2 sets to love down and win.
But we do know that Roger is capable of losing from 2 sets to love up.
The Hewitt-Davis Cup match, but Safin's flat at the moment, isn't he? He needs an energy boost.
One thing in Marett's favour is that Roger is running 15% further than he is. So effortless and graceful around the court. Picked up that short volley with ease.
Yeah, it was a tough shot here. You don't think of Safin as a guy with a lot of feel, but he showed some there. And if it wasn't for his pretty solid net play throughout this event, he wouldn't be in the finals.
He cannot buy a first serve. And that's Russian for I can't buy a first serve.
Reminds me of Becker. Becker, when he started grumbling and talking to himself, was not normally a good sign. Safin, similar personality.
15.
He's allowed himself to become dispirited. He's playing low odd shots without the same level of care as he displayed throughout the first set.
Just hang on, hold serve these next couple times. Federer will probably tighten up trying to take that 2 sets lead. He's by no means out of this set yet. He is if he loses serve, though, that's for sure. 2 breaks would be too much. That's no messing around.
13.
Taking advantage of the predictable second serve and that return 156 kilometers.
See how early he moved over to run around that backhand. Certainly knew it was coming there. Still Safin struggling to get any first serves in.
13.
There goes that racket.
It's certainly gone, and that will have to result in a warning. Hello, Mike.
Code violation, not going to be a warning message.
Well, he didn't serve a double fault in the epic with Odyssey on Thursday night. He's had a couple in his last 2 service games here. So not one in 3 3/4 against Odyssey and a couple in just over an hour. But coming in the last 5 minutes.
I think it was a bad time to do it there. Show the fans he cares still. He's into this. It actually could help him get some of that frustration he's feeling right now.
Could have been the last straw had that one gone in.
Advantage, Safin.
That's going to help him a whole lot. Federer to serve here. Safin keeping it close by hanging on in that previous service game.
If you can get the right angle on that serve, it just opens things up beautifully, as Federer saw here and took advantage of. He takes it nice and early on the rise. Puts away the winner, follows it up with an ace. Only 5, but it's incredible to me that Safin's only had 2 aces in this entire match. As big as he can hit a serve. Shows you how much he's been struggling.
Game, Federer.
Quick, wasn't it? It's the second consecutive love game for Federer on serve.
Federer leads, slight edge to through.
Might be a good time for Safin to call the trainer, get a little rub on those legs, maybe a little weary after all that tennis, get him back to life. He doesn't have the bounce and his movement, and it could affect him on his serve. And it is perfectly legal.
Well, he's had consecutive aces. He closed out the previous game with an ace.
That was a very close call. Safin could take anything right now. Be happy to get a couple good calls. I'm not sure that one was in. Oh my. Can't hit a forehand any harder than that was just struck.
Last time he got around the forehand, he hooked it back down the line. This time the off forehand. And no play for Marett.
Unbelievably well struck.
Really is becoming frustrated now at the lack of first serves going in.
This is exactly why he just threw in a double fault. Thinking about the first serve he had missed.
So points here for Federer. He's got 2 of them.
Yeah, if I were him, I would definitely give the trainer a buzz. Before it's too late. It already appears 2 sets are gone. Just trying to hit the ball as hard as he can. It went in that point. He's still got another one to save. Things starting to look up a bit. Not a bad plan. Just take something off your first serve. Make sure it goes in. That's what he's done the last couple points. And he's got himself an ad. Who knows what could happen? Roger get tight when he tries to serve it out. Not likely, but possible. got the score again. Smile to the two players' faces, trying not to laugh now. That'll relax him a little bit.
Tried that sneak in play, but Roger anticipated it. Just got it back low, wide and soft. Made for a most awkward low volley for Marat.
You've got to bend with your legs there, not lean over with your back. It's a sign of fatigue.
So third set point now for Federer.
Roger really is a complete player, and today he's shown that he's a great scrambler. Made some extraordinary retrieves. High defensive lob from hernia country.
A little fortunate there because he came in on a ball that allowed Roger plenty of time to line up the passing shot. He really wasn't in position to play that down the line volley, but Roger missed it wide.
Well, that's a little win for Safin, isn't he? Held off 3 set points. Safin facing a 2 sets to love deficit here. If Federer can hold, hasn't lost a point in his last 2 service games, Roger. Let's see if Marat can make any headway here and put some pressure on him.
That's the shot. He's got to make sure he stays down, doesn't pull up, finishes his stroke. Maybe use a little extra topspin here. Try to flatten that out too much. Certainly Federer having the better day of the two with the forehand. And not surprising you see Roger go after that side again. He's got 3 more set points.
And he's got it. So Federer leads by 2 sets to love. 7-6.
Safin gives him Federer gives Safin no time to settle down. The second serve moving around into the forehand that time at 156. Again, it's the cross-court backhand that does the damage as Safin tries to mount the net attack. Safin's only winning 45% of the time when he's coming to the net. It's the backhand across court that's done so much damage.
Another love game for Federer. It's 1-all. Safin hasn't won a point against Federer in the last 4 service games for Federer. He's won 18 straight points, Federer, on serve. Now Safin, he's been taken to juice a lot. Just trying to hang on here.
Love 15.
Really outstanding stuff by Federer. He bides his time. He just seems to know when to step in and really be aggressive. That ball floated nice and deep, but what it does is open the court up for him to take a shot there with the forehand. Look at the two players' body language. You think it'd be more one-sided. It's 7-6, 6-4, 1-all. Crowd looking to get behind Safin. They just don't feel like it's going to happen right now. Yeah, complete mishit by Safin there. Again, Federer attacking, aggressive and effective. He's in trouble again, Safin at love 40. Mentally, it appears to some extent physically weary is Safin. A barrage by Federer. Serve still letting him down. Hitting some great shots to win that point. That's just one of the 3 break points.
Beautiful low forehand volley there by Marett. He was heading to cover the line, but was still able to blanket the net enough to catch this flick backhand of Federer's.
It was not out by much. That would have been a real shocker for Safin if that had dropped inside the line.
Back from the 40.
This is potentially huge momentum swings. If he can pull out of these games and get a break on Federer, the crowd would get more into it. He'd get pumped up. Could save him in this match.
Point straight for Safin.
Advantage for Safin.
doesn't like that low one to the backhand, because if he goes across court, it's Rogers' backhand up the line that will trouble him. If he goes down the line, he's got to contend with Rogers' forehand. Neither proposition very attractive.
Heads up, mate, let's go.
Advantage Federer.
Fourth break point this game for Roger Federer, leading 2-0. Maybe Roger a little ambitious, trying to get around that final ball.
Use.
Give him a little extra time because the Safin ball hit the top of the net.
He's so anxious to get that break, take control here. Boy, he really stepped in, cut off that angle, and burned Safin up the line.
Advantage Federer.
Safin thought he had to dig deep to beat Roddick and Agassi. He's going to have to do even more so to pull this match out. That's a sobering thought.
Well, Federer 2-0 in a break-up now in the third. Federer getting close. Had to fight hard in the first set and got the advantage halfway through the second, held on to it, and has got it even earlier in the third set. Safin frustrated, not completely dispirited, but just can't find a way into the match. Needs a break somewhere, somehow.
Well, I think what hurt him, ironically, was getting that early break in the match where perhaps he thought it was going to go his way. He wouldn't have to work as hard as he had the previous couple matches. And that has certainly not been the case. He's had a very disappointing day off the serve. Got to feel good. Crowd's certainly pulling for Murat now. He combines some power with some elegant play there. That top's been lobbed quite nice, and this is going to have to lift him up. He's going to need to lift those spirits in a hurry here. Federer has hit through that forehand in a big way in this match. Flowing with confidence. Got a little bit lucky there. And Federer hit this leg cord. He let that ball drop. Watch this, below the net. He forced a hit up, and Federer had a pretty easy pass. He mishit. Safin still in this game at 30 all. Kept his concentration and cool there nicely, Roger Federer.
40-30.
He was right in questioning the first serve. It did just catch the line.
Certainly did a nice job regrouping, hit an excellent second serve. Went on to win the point. Now has a chance to go up 3-1 in the third.
He is just tightening up a little bit.
Advantage Federer. Advantage Federer.
He's frustrated by that one. Such a fine angle at 167. And he has reached some of those wide swinging serves, but this one just caught him off guard. Just when he wanted that least.
That could turn out to be big. He's still in a position to win this game, Federer. Should win the game when you're serving, but that was what the definition of a defensive lob was. Throwing it nice and high, just enough to throw off Federer's timing. Safin's still in the game. Not a bad idea to try it again, but unfortunately for Murat, it was too short.
Advantage Federer.
Never could get ahead in this point.
Game Federer.
Couldn't get ahead in that game either. Just couldn't get a break point, but he certainly pushed Federer.
3-1.
He's got to keep the intensity up, Safin. Or even get it up higher than it's been. Somehow, some way. He's got the girls on his side, Safin. They're pulling for him. Still trying to laugh it off.
Well, I think at this stage he may be trying, one, to get a little bit of a break, and possibly it might just unsettle Roger Federer.
Safin was ready. Chips the ball up to the Federer forehand and expects Federer to try to flick it cross court. He's got himself in excellent position.
13-15.
There's just some nice touch with the drop volley. Ruins your day when complete mishits going to court. Federer's went in, and he's got a chance to go up 2 breaks with the 2 sets to love lead. This is curtains for Safin. He can't pull this game out.
Well, the bracket was used by Marriott. It's one of the few times that Roger has gone back down the line in this situation. Scrambled very, very well to stay alive in this point. And with that dipping backhand, which has paid dividends so often.
That was hit off the frame. Complete miss hit. He'll take anything right now.
Roger Federer in full flight.
He's driving Safin crazy with that slice backhand. Just working him over, keeping him off balance. He's again got a chance to go up 2 breaks.
Outstanding by Federer. 2 breaks and 2 sets up. Federer can almost touch it. Safin has fought so hard in this tournament for so long.
Thank you, the players are ready. Thank you.
And whilst he hasn't given up, you almost feel as if he's sliding away here.
Was a touch at the net, just sheer talent.
The guy is so good.
And to show you or to demonstrate statistically how much Safin has fought when he's been in difficult circumstance, Federer's had 18 break points. He's only converted 5.
30 love.
Marriott, on the other hand, has had precious few chances, 3 break points. He's won 2 out of 3.
First up, yeah.
It hasn't happened in a while, and it hasn't happened enough for Safin. Federer in such a flow and so confident right now. Appears unstoppable.
And that's what has not worked particularly well for Marat today, which was so effective against Andre Agassi. And the times it has gone in, it's met the Federer forehand.
Federer.
Well, guys, it's been nice working with you.
We have arrived at that moment, I think, John. You'd have to say, unless something extraordinary happens, Marat hasn't played a good final at the Australian Open. He lost in 4 to Thomas Johansson 2 years ago. He said nerves got him that day. Maybe today he's just had to go to the well once too often. He played 18 hours of tough tennis coming into this match.
And this guy's an unbelievable player.
What's the combination of the two? You take a little bit off Marat and gives Roger the opportunity to play at his absolute best.
Well, it looks like Federer will win his second Grand Slam title without losing a set in the final. He beat Philippoussis in straight sets at Wimbledon, and he's so close now. Didn't lose a set in the semi either at Wimbledon to Roddick. That was one of his best ever performances, and beat a listless Federer on Friday night here without dropping a set.
Incredible that Safin has 3 aces for the entire match. Shows you how well Federer has been returning.
Johnny had served 123 aces in the 6 matches prior to this, Safin, so he averaged over 20 aces a match. Now, admittedly, they were long matches, but to have 3 only is amazing.
See how whipped he is. I mean,
yeah.
It's physical, it's mental, it's how well Federer's played, particularly these last couple sets. He's got a lot to be proud about.
Well, he beat Roddick and Agassi in the 1 week. Roddick as the world #1 at that stage, and hadn't dropped a set, Roddick, remember, before that quarterfinal. And Agassi also had just charged through, hadn't he?
Roddick wanted to win that badly. So did Andre Agassi. It looked grim for Marat in the 5th in both those matches. He found a way to dig out.
And what about Federer, as we look at his mum and girlfriend, Dasha and Rosa? Federer to come off the Masters Cup and to win the Australian Open, only been done a couple of times before, Becker and Sampras the other 2, late in the season.
Well, it seemed like the expectations until last year were too much for Roger, but now that he's gotten the monkey off his back at Wimbledon, you get the sense that there's going to be a whole load of these to come.
And he got the Hewitt and Nalbandian monkey off his back this week. They both had great records against him, and he put them both away. And here he is serving for a second Grand Slam title. So after this service game, he should be world #1, Wimbledon and Australian champion. It's a pretty good trifecta.
this game to win when you're serving for a match, but he's got an extra break up his sleeve for insurance. Room for error.
So a couple of championship points to the champion.